detail on this, but we are limited to the site work that we're allowed to do based on the work that we're doing inside the building. So a smaller project in a building would allow us a smaller dollar amount for work outside of the building.
Yeah, but
To
it
be
would
able
only,
to get aid.
but that would only be, so to generate aid for a site project, you have to do a minimum of $10,000 in the building. So you could do
Regardless.
10,000, right, so you could do $10,000 worth of work within the building itself, and that would generate enough aid to do both those fields.
On a
Kind of
smaller
once,
project,
Yeah, on that
sure.
smaller project.
So if we're planning on, like, say we replace the window, or not the windows, on the next project, we replace the windows, that would give us the ability to redevelop.
So they would track the, those two varsity fields back to the high school, even though they're behind the bus garage and the elementary school. So you would have to do the work at the high school.
$10,000.
$10,000, which doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
I mean,
take the money and do it on the elementary
But
kitchen
it-
instead of high school kitchen.
So that, even though it's behind the bus garage, that would count on the high school.
yeah, because they know it's your varsity field. So they'll say you can, because it's one campus, so they're gonna say, okay, what's the field that's for? It's varsity, high school. Yeah.
So actually that was pretty top, one of the kitchens.
Yeah, and maybe a little more.
More than, yeah.
But it just, again, I want to be totally clear that that's in conjunction with keeping our existing fields.
What is the status of that?
We'll find out on the 24th, I guess.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I guess we're gonna find out on the 24th.
So between 23, 24, 25, it's like 556,000.
556, yeah.
That would be enough to do like kitchen.
The high school or the elementary school.
Which one would you suggest first?
To be honest with you, they're probably both fairly similar.
One's 54, the other one's 60.
High school.
High school, I go with the high school. That serves more.
Yeah.
And actually, this is the high school,
Unless
it's a
it
little
was
older,
something, let's see.
not by much, like 6 years.
Although the kitchen, is the kitchen in the high school more expensive? Looks like.
Like 470.
So what we did is as part of the building condition survey, we hired Linda Roth Consulting to come in. She met with your food service people, and she's the one that generated kind of the list of work items for the kitchen. And she actually reviewed the equipment, and she's the one that gave me the prices for the equipment, because it's such a specialized component. So, I mean, I could tell you exactly what my numbers.
And on that list, there, once again, that's a giant wish list, you do not have to do all of it. You do not have to do all of it to get the asbestos and the ceiling, right?
No, so to generate, for example, the walk-in cooler needs to be replaced. So to generate to replace the cooler, they're gonna say, okay, you have to renovate the whole kitchen, which includes, I've got shelving done to dregs, a new exhaust hood with fire suppression, it basically updates the whole thing at once. So I could tell you exactly, just in the high school, in terms of just physical kitchen equipment, it's $239,000, just for the equipment. That's before we touch the ceiling, the floors, the walls, the doors.
But I think, Kelly, were you asking, what if we just did the ceiling, for example?
And
Can we just do
like,
the ceiling?
On that wish list, like they have, and I'm only going by the list we're looking for, they sinks, there's nothing wrong with the sinks. But now it's really nice if you can use your foot to
Right.
open the drains versus turning your hand, so like all of those things are really great things to have. If you can have them, but we haven't won the lottery. so.
Right, we could probably do the ceiling, they'll let you do like the ceiling component, but what they won't allow you to do is to put new equipment in, piece at a time. And that's the most expensive thing, that's $239,000 of it before I even mark it up and add that 10%. So you're already at half the cost of the kitchen itself, is just in equipment before we even touch anything.
And it all
So
has to be
normally-
done together.
Right, so normally the district says, well, I need 3 pieces of equipment. And that's when we say, well, I know, but you have to, the only way to get aid is to do them all together.
So if we had to replace a commercial stove, like, it would cost us 20 grand.
No, it
Well,
won't cost you much,
well,
but okay.
10,000.
Yeah,
That would be all out of our pocket, you know, if that went. Whereas now, when we're replacing all that equipment, we're paying
but are we getting a new walk-in cooler and a new walk-in freezer?
It's a walk-in cooler freezer with refrigerator.
That's upstairs, so it's downstairs.
That, yeah, so that's actually removed from my list here, yeah, removed right here.
And we don't need that freezer that's downstairs?
It's going to have a new reach-in refrigerator upstairs, that's $18,000. Dish machine, booster heater, condensate hood, disposer, dish table, prep sink, 3-compartment sink, milk coolers, 2 serving lines, chef's tables, stainless steel work tables, utensil storage, kitchen shelving, cooking equipment, exhausted fire suppression, dunnage racks, hand sinks.
So what about the cooler and freezer in the basement? I mean, I thought that was a.
They just replaced the condenser and everything down
We
there.
kept the
so-
box, the exterior box, but all of the insides, all the motors, everything was replaced this summer.
Right, so that's why we actually pulled it out, we pulled that $30,000 piece out.
This is a really dumb question, but like all of that equipment in there now has some sort of salvage value.
Sure.
What is that, do we make that obsolete and then you sell it, or is that part of the?
You can do it either way. You can write it into the contract that the owner takes, or the contractor takes possession of it, in which case he sells it or scraps it, and he includes that maybe in his bid.
Right.
And lowers his bid. Or you can say, turn all the equipment over to the owner. You guys put it in a Verdi box, and then you guys, bid it out or sell it however you want, through auction or.
Yeah, we could, or, you know, if it's worth more in its weight, you know, we could scrap it, we do have a revenue account for scrap metal. I don't know what the value.
I don't know what the
of it
value of
would
that, are we
be.
talking about a couple $1,000 or?
But a lot of the equipment works perfectly fine. You know, that's the problem with, you know, like saying you have to replace all of it, you know, I mean, it's a
Right.
great idea to replace all of it, but
That's the catch-22 here, you know.
So how much aluminum do we have in the windows we're tearing out?
No, some of the mixers and stuff, I mean, this does include, like he said, it's not some of the mixers, but it's the serving lines, the tables, it's the exhaust.
And I
fluid.
think
And
that's why
really what
Mike
they're concerned
decided
about.
to pull the kitchens out, because are they old? Yes. But is anything in terrible disrepair? That unit was, that we took care of this summer, I think it was, right? Didn't we do it? So it was kinda like, you know, it's all or nothing with the kitchen. I'm not saying they don't